seat, simple cross leg. And sitting that up tall, maybe rocking from side to side or front to back. Beginning to quiet everything, beginning to ground into the floor, into your mat. And go ahead and begin by dropping your chin towards your chest. And as you are doing that, think about the spine lengthening. So chin is going to the chest, but that tailbone is going down, pointing down and lengthening towards the kind of bend in your neck where your chin is going to your chest. And then lift that head back up to center. Take our eyes to sky. And head back to center. Drop that chin back to chest. And then head to center and take eyes to sky. And head back to neutral. Drop right ear towards right shoulder. And it's okay if it doesn't go very far right now, because again, muscles are cold, just starting out. So you may not have a lot of mobility yet. It's okay. Bring the head back to center and drop other ear, other shoulder. And head back to center, looking over to the right now. Think about the chin going over towards the shoulder. And then looking over to the left. Chin over shoulder. And head back to center. Go ahead and begin rolling those shoulders back. So then roll the shoulders back. And roll those shoulders forward. And roll the shoulders back. And roll the shoulders forward. Good, sit it up tall again. Crunch the shoulders up to the ears. And then release that down. And again, crunch that up. And release that down. And crunch that up. And release that down. Drop that chin back to chest. Then right ear towards right shoulder. Chin back to chest. And left ear to left shoulder. And taking that from side to side. Good, drop that chin back to chest and lift that head up to center. Now, yesterday I had what are they called? Okay, so let's breathe and then I'll remember the words. So let's go ahead, just inhale through the nose, no arms yet. And then exhale. Seminar. So I had a seminar yesterday on neuroplasticity, which is the brain and breathing. And then it's a thing called havening. And it's self-havening. And what it is it's relaxation techniques for yourself so that if you can't get to a therapist or if you can't get to a massage person or if you can't get to somewhere where you can get somebody else to help your body release, it's self-havening. So it's self things that you can do to bring that down. So what I'm going to have us do is I'm going to have us bring our fingers just right above, just gently right above the eyebrows. And you're going to follow the eyebrows and then go right under the eyes. So you're following that bone right there. So forehead, right under the eyes. And then you're going to follow the side of your face down to your chin. And then you're going to take opposite hand, shoulders, follow the elbows down towards the elbows. And then you're going to take hands from side to side right here like this. So you do this a few times. So take that forehead, follow around, down, opposite hand to shoulder, and down to elbow, and then with the hands. And you just do this, take it down, shoulder to elbow, and then side to side. And again, take this down, under eyes, follow the face, shoulder to elbow, and side to side. Now, if the face thing, if you're like confused and stuff, this is it's very relaxing. She was saying that's why when the pandemic happened, neuroscience people were so happy that people would have to wash their hands for a really long time, because this motion right here, it's very relaxing for the sensory, for the body, for the sensory and the skin and stuff. So it's very, very fascinating seminar yesterday. It was really cool. But anyway, if there's any stress coming up because it's Christmas, you can always remember, you can do this. And as you're doing that, you're just breathing. You know how to do your yoga breath. So you're just breathing deeply with your yoga breath. You can do that following the face, shoulder to elbows, side to side, or just side to side. Or if it gets really bad, you go right here, shoulder to elbow, shoulder to elbow. Give yourself a nice big hug and tell yourself it's okay. It's right there like that. So releasing that down. So that's self-havening. And it's part of the neuroplasticity, which means that the brain renewing itself and reviving itself after stress. So there's all that for you. Let's go ahead and inhale, sweep our arms up. And then exhale, press that down. And inhale, sweep this up. And exhale, press this down. And inhale, sweep this up. Let's clasp our hands at the top, press our palms towards the ceiling. And you can breathe it here. What's really cool is, like 10 years ago, people would have thought this was like voodoo stuff, you know, crazy stuff. But because we've had time, there are tons of empirically proven studies that show that that stuff really works. So it's kind of cool that you can, in your own home, you can't get anywhere else, you can help yourself calm down. Let's inhale deeply here. And exhale, sigh out. Again, inhale deep. And exhale, sigh out. One more time, inhale deep. And exhale, sigh out. Good, bring those arms in front of you. Stop hands and rotate our wrists. Rotate the other way. Good, take our arms out to the side. Go ahead and bicep curl it in, bring it in, strong arms. Take that out. Strong arms, bring it in. Take it out, and strong arms, bring it in, and take that out and release that down. Good, roll the shoulders. Now, if your hip flexors are really tight right now, if you're having trouble sitting, feel free to grab your pillow or your mat, extra mat, and you can sit on that. If it's getting really tired in your hip flexors or whatever, low back. So finding whatever's supportive for you. Then release that. Let's inhale, sweep our arms up again. Drop our right hand down and lengthen through that left arm. Reach that over. And let's inhale, sweep this up, take it to the other side. Drop the left hand and reach this over. And then inhale, sweep this up. One more time each side. Reach this over. And then sweep this up, drop that and reach it over. And then go ahead and sweep this up and release that, roll those shoulders. Let's take our left hand just gently across that right thigh. Right hand follows our spine down. First spinal twist, so you don't have to go very deep into this twist yet. So just first twist, breathe deeply here. Think about breathing down low into that belly. And then release that. Back to center. Switch sides, so take right hand just to that left thigh. Left hand behind on the floor. Twist this here, just first twist to that left. Breathe deep here. And let that air out. Now bring this back to center, sweep our arms up. Let's go ahead and drop our left hand in front, right hand behind. So now we're twisting more, and let's do that again on the other side. So lift this up and then twisting. Lift this up, inhale, and exhale, twist. Lifting up, inhale. Exhale, twist, lifting up, inhale, And exhale, twist. Hold this twist to the right, and now we can go deeper. So you can put that left hand onto the right thigh, and you can twist it even deeper, looking towards the back of the room, maybe taking your eyes to look back a little further. Not forgetting to breathe, so deep belly breath. And bring this back to center. Go ahead, inhale, sweep our arms up, and let's take this to the other side. So right hand to that left thigh, and reach that around. They put stop signs, so that would stop happening, but apparently I think that car ran like the stop sign that's right out there. Crazy. And then bring this back to center. Good. Inhale and sweep this up. And exhale, let's clasp our hands behind us, opening that chest. Drop that chin towards the chest. Lift the eyes to the sky. Bring the head center, look to the right, and look to the left. And then go ahead, bend our elbows, take our hands over to right waist, squeeze that right elbow back, or pull that right elbow back towards your spine. And then switch sides. So hands go to left waist, elbow goes back. And then release that, shake that out. Inhale, sweep up. And exhale, press down. And inhale, sweep up. Let's clasp our hands behind us again, opening up that chest. Drop that chin down. Lift that head up, eyes to sky. Bring head center, look to the right, look to the left. Bend at our elbows, bring hands over to that left waist and squeeze that elbow back. And switch sides, elbow back. And then release. Let's go ahead and lean back. Take our feet wide, just as wide as our hips. Let's go ahead and windshield wiper those legs. Just taking that down from side to side, side. Right here. Good. Beginning to say hello to those hip flexors, beginning to warm that up, beginning to warm the lower body up. Let's keep our right foot in front. Legs are in that nice zigzag. Let's turn it to the right. And an even deeper twist here. Now that twist gets to get taken lower. So now you feel that more in the lower back. And that hip, that left hip glute is just gently lifted up off of the floor. Maybe taking your eyes and look back a little further. Breathing here, deep inhaling, deep exhaling. And then bring this back to center, and let's go quick for 4 to the side. So let's take it for 4 and center, for 3 and center. I don't know what's going on today. 2 and center, and last 1 and back to center. Good. Let's go ahead and lean it back and take that from side to side. Good. Take our left foot in front. And let's go ahead and twist it to the left. Oh yeah, lifting that hip and glute up off of the floor. Twisting deep. And bring this back to center, and let's go quick for 4. Let's take it quick for 4 and center. 3 and center. It's 2 and center, and last 1 and back to center. Good. Lean it back. Windshield wiper it again, just from side to side a few times. Very nice. And let's go ahead and turn this so that your legs are long on the mat. And let's take ourselves into a staff pose. So lengthening through our legs, flexing through our feet. Let's reach up through our arms, holding staff pose here. Inhale. And let that air out. Inhale. And exhale. Again, inhale. And exhale. And one more time, inhale. And exhale. Release the arms down. Let's bring our right leg in. Give that right leg a big hug. Wrap the arms around, give that a big hug. And then let's go ahead and take our right foot over left leg, flex through our left foot, wrap that left arm around that right leg, and let's twist to the side. Feels good. Inhale, breathe it. And air out. Again, inhale. And exhale. Let's turn it towards the inside. So to the left and breathe. And air out. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Back to center. Let's take the bottom of the right foot to the inside of the left thigh. Sit this up tall, peace fingers wrap around that big toe or around the leg or hands on the shins. Whatever works best for you. And let's go ahead and twist that torso up open and reach that arm over. Try not to allow yourself to close off here. If it's hard to have that arm reaching, then go ahead and feel free to put the arm on your waist so that your waist can open. And then go ahead and release that. Good. Let's take our legs long again. Sit this up tall, back to staff pose. 3 breaths in our staff pose, flexing through our feet, reach up through our arms. Inhale deep here. And then exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Release our arms down. Let's bring our left leg in. Give our left leg a big hug. Hug that close. And then let's take our left foot over right leg. Flex through that right foot so that that right leg stays active. Reach our right arm around that left leg and let's twist it to the left. Breathe this here. And bring this back to center. Bring it towards the other side now. So turning towards the right. And breathe. Bring this back to center. Let's take the bottom of the left foot to the inside of that right thigh. Sit this up tall. Peace fingers around that big toe or shin and reach that over. If your arm will reach. If it's a little difficult to have that torso open and the arm reaching, then feel free to have that arm right there on the torso. I think my shoulders are a little tight, so I'm going to keep my arm on my waist right now. And breathe deep. Good, and release that. Let's go into a little boat pose and have a block close to you too. So grab a block, have it close. Let's do a little bit of boat pose. So let's lean this back, keep our heels on the floor, on the mat, lengthen through our arms. So take our shoulders down and back. So there's space between our shoulders and our ears, leaning back here, heels are on the floor. So first level of boat pose, we're just going to keep this here. Or let's go for 3 breaths. Inhale deep. And exhale. Again, inhale deep. And exhale. And inhale it deep. And exhale. Good. Release this. Let's take ourselves onto our backs. Grab your block. Take that block between the knees. Take ourselves down. We'll do some bridge. So we're going to do kind of opposing stuff. We're going to go bridge, boat, bridge, boat, bridge, boat, bridge, boat. So let's take our feet are lined up with our knees are lined up with our hips, hands are right there by our glutes, press into our elbows, triceps. Let's lift that pelvis up off of the floor. Then lift that up nice and slow, taking your time. Breathing this here. Oh, that feels good to get that nice strong bridge. So beginning to activate those glutes, big muscle groups, inner thighs, quadriceps. Then slowly one vertebrae at a time, taking this down, pelvis down towards the floor. And then let's go ahead and lift this back up. And then roll this down one vertebrae at a time. And again, lift this up and roll it down one vertebrae at a time. Good, let's lift this up and hold this here. Press through our heels and lift our toes so our feet are flexed. So nice bridge, heels are pressed into the floor, toes are lifted. Breathe here, inhale and exhale. Flatten through our feet. Now we're going to press through our toes and balls of the feet and lift our heels. So we've got that going right there, stretching through the calves. Inhale here and exhale. Flatten through those feet. Drop that pelvis down towards the floor. You can release that block, reach behind both knees, pull that into the chest. Drop our feet back to the floor, press ourselves up right here, back into boat. So we're going to do one-legged boat pose now. So let's lengthen through our arms, shoulders down and back. Let's go ahead and lift our right leg up here. So lifting this up, and let's do 3 breaths. Inhale, and then exhale. Inhale it again, and exhale. And one more time, inhale, and exhale. Good, release that. Make sure that block's close to you. Let's go down, back down onto our backs for single-legged bridge. Actually, we don't need the block for single-legged bridge. So feet are lined up with our knees are lined up with our hips. Press through hands, elbows, triceps, lift that pelvis up. We just worked, or we just lifted our right leg. Let's lift our right leg again. So centering our hips, centering our weight, pressing into our left foot. Let's go ahead and lift our right leg. So lifting this up, holding the single leg bridge. 3 breaths here. Inhale and exhale. Again, inhale and exhale. One more time, inhale and exhale. Good, release that foot down, back to that full bridge. Drop that pelvis down, reach behind both knees, pull this into your chest. Good, you can rock it a little bit from side to side, release that low back. Very nice, press ourselves back up, lifting this back up, and we'll go boat pose, lifting our left leg this time. So let's lengthen through our arms, shoulders down and back, lift our left leg. 3 breaths here, inhale deep, and exhale. Again, inhale, and exhale, and inhale, and exhale. Good, release this, and let's bring ourselves back down. Single leg bridge on the other side. Now, if you are dealing with like upper body respiratory stuff, if you've got a cough or anything like that, and the deep breaths are causing you to cough more, you can go ahead and keep your breath shallow or breathe through the nose. Press through feet, knees. Let's lift ourselves up. So lifting that pelvis up, back into that bridge, centering our weight. Hips are nice and square. Press through our right foot. Let's lift our left leg up. Single leg bridge. Breathe this here. 3 breaths. Inhale and exhale. Again, inhale and exhale. And again, inhale and exhale. Release that down, and then release that pelvis down. Bring ourselves back up. Last boat. This time our boat, we're going to try both legs. So let's lengthen through our arms, shoulders down and back. And if it's available to you, bringing that up into that balance. Breathe this here. Inhale and air out. Inhale and air out. One more time. Inhale and air out. Good. Simple cross leg. Sit this up tall, hinge this forward. Oh yeah. And then take this. We're going to go to reverse plank or like a reverse bridge. So reverse plank. Let's keep our feet pretty close to our glutes, hands behind us, fingers are facing towards our feet. Let's lift our pelvis up. So we'll go into tabletop first, lifting this up, and that neck is neutral. So meaning that the neck isn't way back here and it isn't way up here, just neutral, gazing like right kind of above you or in front of you, holding this here. So feet are planted, pelvis is lifted. It can be easy for that pelvis to start dropping down, but trying to remember to lift that up. Breathing this here. And then let's go ahead and drop that pelvis. Drop ourselves all the way down onto our backs. We're going to find ourselves in bridge once again. So lift that pelvis up into bridge. Single leg bridge again. So press through our left foot. Let's lift our right leg. This time, let's take our right ankle to our left thigh and do a piriformis hip opener right here. Inhale deep. And then exhale. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Drop that pelvis down. Right there. Reach behind our left thigh and pull that towards you. If it's available for you to go all the way down, feel free to do that. If your glutes are tight like mine today, you can keep yourself up. You just don't want your neck to feel all awkward. So if it feels like it's awkward if you go all the way down, then just keep yourself neutral. Good, go ahead, release that. Let's release that right leg, bring ourselves up. We're gonna go into table again, so reverse table. Press through our feet, press through our hands. Let's lift that pelvis up. So we're gonna lift this up. So a lot of core work already, a lot of glutes, core, a little bit of arms here. Breathing, breathing, keeping that neutral. I like this one. This is one of the best like bicep stretches. You never really stretch your biceps. This one really stretches, it feels good. Drop that pelvis down. Good, let's drop ourselves all the way down. We've got that single leg bridge with piriformis on the other side. So finding our strong bridge, press ourselves up, lift our pelvis up, center our weight. Let's lift our left leg and take our left ankle to right thigh. Piriformis, let's hold here for a few breaths. And go ahead and drop that pelvis down. Reach those hands behind right thigh, pull that towards you. And again, breathing. Good, release that and release that leg. Press ourselves up. This time we're going to go into full or reverse plank. So we're going to take our legs long. We're going to press through our heels. Our hands are just like they were with our tabletop. And let's lift that pelvis up. Now this might be a little bit harder because you had a little more stability here. If you can't do both heels, then again, feel free to do one leg, one foot. So finding what works for you. And if you have to take a break, then take a break. But lifting this up, holding this up, you can feel this a little bit more in the wrists. Nice strong pelvis, strong glutes, strong thighs, breathing. And then let's go ahead, drop that pelvis down, simple cross leg, and hinge this forward. Good. Sit ourselves up. Let's take our arms out in front of us, turn those palms over. Let's take that left hand, pull those right fingers back. Oh yeah, feels good. Wrist stretch. Switch other side. Pull that back. Good, release that, shake that out. So now we've got a lot of core work out of the way. A lot of warmed up glutes. Let's take ourselves on all fours and we'll move into some cat and cow, although that spine is pretty warm already. So drop the belly, inhale, round that spine, exhale, drop that belly, inhale, round that spine, exhale, and drop that belly, inhale, and round that spine, exhale. And flatten our back. Let's go first balance pose. Let's take our leg up, right leg up, left arm up. In here, let's go elbow to knee, and we'll go 6 times. So bring this in for 6 and reach. It's 5 and reach. 4 and reach. 3 and reach. It's 2 and reach. And last one, reach and hold. Now go ahead and bend that knee, bottom of the foot facing the ceiling. Shoot that left arm back. Now you can keep it here, or you can begin to reach that hand for that foot. And then go ahead and lengthen back through this. And then release the arm, release the leg, child's pose. I think warming up that back by doing our boat and our bridges already really helps with that, the balance, and doing the elbow to knee felt a lot stronger, or maybe just warmer. Bring this back up onto all fours once again. Let's take our left leg out, right arm out. Elbow to knee 6 times. So bring this in for 6 and reach. 5 and reach. 4 and reach. 3 and reach. It's 2 and reach. Last one, reach and hold. Bend that knee, bottom of the foot facing the ceiling. Shoot that right arm back, hold it here, or reach for that foot. Up. And then let's lengthen through this. Release the arm, release the leg, child's pose once again. Take that back, glutes towards the heels. Looking at our fingers, let's walk our hands over to the right, and then take that left hand right on top of that right hand. Left glute goes to left heel. Good stretch of the left side of the body, left side of the torso, the arm. And then let's walk those hands over to the left. Right hand's going to go on top of that left hand. Right glute goes to that right heel. Stretch through this. And bring this back to center. Good, and bring ourselves all the way up. We're going to prepare ourselves for our downward facing dog and then our sun salutations. So you can get your blocks where you need them for your sun salutations. Then we'll go into our first down dog. So let's curl our toes under, keep our knees bent, lift our tails to the sky, relax that head and neck. Maybe nod the head yes, or shake the head no. And let's begin to pedal our feet. Dropping heels towards the floor, pedaling that back and forth. And then finding some stillness here in that downward facing dog, trying to get those heels down towards the floor. Tailbone is lifted. Let's lift up on our toes, take our heels high, drop both of our heels over to one side. Then lift this up, drop both of those heels over to the other side. And then lift this up. Let's walk our feet to meet our hands. Standing forward, fold front edge of the mat. And you can have your blocks pretty close. You want your feet underneath your hips, a little bit closer than that. You can have your toes touching if you'd like. Relax that head and neck, ragdolling here. So fold it in half. Let's take opposite elbow with the opposite hand, framing that head. And the heaviness of that upper body pulling down towards the floor, while the strength and rooting of the feet are pulling even to the floor. So you're kind of folded in half here. Not forgetting to breathe. And again, if you have any congestion or any like cold or flu or anything going on, it's probably you're going to feel a lot in your face right here. Maybe a little bit in your chest. Just do whatever you can, do what feels good for you. Release those arms and let's go and grab those blocks right in front of us. Let's press through our hands and lengthen into table. So get ourselves right there in a nice strong tabletop, a monkey, and then release this into forward fold. Relax that head and neck. Inhale into monkey, flatten that back, look forward, and then release this forward fold. Let's sweep our arms up. So we've had our head low. Go ahead and take this nice and slow. Inhale and sweep our arms up pretty slow. And then cactus our arms back. Exhale. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Good. Inhale into monkey, flatten that back, look forward. And then release that. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Cactus those arms back. Inhale and lift this up. Dive this down and over. Inhale into monkey, flatten that back, look forward. And then release one more time, cactus arms. Inhale, sweep this up. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, lift this up. And dive this down and over. Inhale into monkey, flatten that back, look forward. And then release that. Keep our right foot forward, take our left foot back into lunge, left hand on block or floor. Let's spinal twist to the right. So take this twist over to the right and breathe into this twist. Let's take our right arm to the inside of that right leg. If you want to use that other block, you can do that and put the hand there on that block. Or you can wrap that around if it's available to you. You can wrap that around so that the right hand is on the outside of the right foot. I'm stretching through this here. Let's drop our back knee, uncurl our toe, and you can uncurl that front leg or front arm. Bring ourselves up into a kneeling crescent. So right here, lifting that up. Bring ourselves back forward. Let's take our right foot back to meet our left foot into top of plank. In this top of plank, let's go ahead and drop that left knee again. So we're back on that left knee and let's take ourselves into a side plank. Lift this up. Good. Bring this back to top of plank. Very nice. Shift our weight forward, drop fronts the knees, uncurl our toes. Heart goes down to the floor, heart lifts up off of the floor. Very good. Curl our toes under. Lift and press, take ourselves into downward facing dog. Breathe this here. Center our weight, lift our right leg up. Go ahead and lift that up. Breathe. Bend at that right knee. Drop that right heel over towards the left glute. Bring that knee back to center. Let's sweep this through and let's go into pigeon. So take ourselves down there into pigeon, feeling free to use a pillow or a blanket if your hip is tight, not ready to go to the floor today. On your hands, on your elbows, or all the way down onto the floor. And breathe this here. Good, let's press ourselves halfway up. Reach our left hand back for our left foot. So we'll go into rooster right here. So we're reaching that back. If that isn't available to you, you can keep your hand here, but try and lift that back leg. And then from here, we're going to sweep that leg around. So if you've got a pillow, you might want to move that. I'm going to sweep that leg around into pretzel. And sitting this up, trying in that pretzel to get both of our glutes to get down towards the floor. If that left glute is just up there, that's fine. And mine isn't going down today either. Otherwise, trying to, as you breathe, Maybe with your exhale, your muscles are releasing a little bit more each time, so that maybe your glute can go closer to the floor. And hands can be resting on legs, or hands can be to heart. And breathe. Sometimes these hip holds, these hip poses can cause some nausea. It's okay, it's normal. We hold a lot of stress and tension in the hips and the low back, a lot of stress and tension up in the shoulders too. We don't realize how much we hold in those hips. One more deep breath here. Good, let's take that left leg, sweep that back, press ourselves back up into our downward facing dog right here. Very nice, breathe in this down dog. Walk both of our feet to meet our hands, standing forward fold, front edge of the mat. Grab those blocks. If you're using a pillow for your pigeon, then you can move the pillow over to where you can grab it if you want to use it for the other side. So you have your props nice and close. Let's inhale into monkey, flatten that back, look forward, and then release. Inhale, sweep our arms up big. This time let's take it around into a chair. Let's take this to chair. Inhale, lift this up, dive this down and over. Inhale into monkey, flatten that back, look forward, and release that. Keep our left foot forward, right foot goes back into lunge, right hand on block or floor, and let's spinal twist to the left. Breathe. Bring this back to center, drop our back knee, uncurl the toe. Actually, bring that back up. Sorry, we're gonna take we had our left arm up, take our left arm to the inside of our left leg. And then if you want, you can wrap that around, or you can have that block here and have that left arm block. We're just trying to open up that hip to get it ready for that pigeon and that pretzel. So right here. And now we can drop our knee. We release that arm, uncurl that toe, and crescent on floor. Reach through this. And then bring ourselves down. Bring that left foot back to meet that right foot to top of plank. Now that knee that was just down our right knee, let's go ahead and drop that right knee again. Take ourselves into side plank. Bring this back to center, back to top of plank. Good, shift our weight forward, drop to fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes. Heart goes down to the floor, heart lifts up off of the floor. Curl our toes under, lift down, press, downward facing dog. Breathe this here. So you get a moment of pausing before we bring that left leg up. So centering our weight, let's go ahead and lift our left leg, bend at our left knee, and drop our heel over towards the right glute to open up that hip at the top here. And bring that knee back to center. And let's sweep through into pigeon. And again, using blanket or pillow if you need to. Sometimes the hip is looser on one side than the other, so you might not need to use it. On the hands, on the elbows, or all the way down onto the floor. Breathe. Let's press ourselves halfway up. Reach our right hand back for our right foot, booster. And this is one of those other ones that doesn't make sense why it's called booster. I don't know. And then let's go ahead and bring that leg around. So bring our right leg around into pretzel. You can move that pillow. Try to get both of those glutes to the floor, remembering to use that breath. Use that exhale as a tool to release tension with every exhale. Maybe you're sinking further and further. into that pose, into releasing the tension in the hips and the hip flexors and those hip joints, the low back, breathing deeply. Good, let's take that right leg, sweep that leg back. Let's take ourselves back up into downward facing dog. And let that up. A moment to breathe here. Let those legs stretch a little bit. Maybe nodding the head or shaking the head. Let's walk our feet to meet our hands, standing forward fold, front edge of our mat. Now you don't need your blocks for this. We're going to inhale into monkey, and this time as we inhale, we're going to take our hand right to our shins. So we're just using fingers on those shins or right below those knees for that monkey, and then release this into forward fold. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale into monkey, hands on those shins. And then release that. Right foot stays forward, left foot goes back into lunge. Let's drop our back heel. So drop that left heel, line up that right heel with that arch of the left foot, so that back left arch. And let's bring ourselves up nice and slow into warrior one. Let's do our warrior one, warrior two. So opening into warrior two now. Our proud warrior. Drop our back arm, palm up, peaceful warrior. Back into proud warrior. Turn ourselves back into warrior one. So shifting those hips, squaring them forward, reaching that up. Now we're going to go, so we did warrior one, warrior two. Now let's do warrior three, and our warrior three is that balance. So you're going to bring yourself forward. Now you can balance it up on that toe, or you can go ahead and take it into that full balance. Arms can be wherever they feel most comfortable for you. But finding that full warrior three or modified warrior three, again, wherever is working for you. And remember, falling out of that pose, just as strengthening as staying in it, because your whole body's having to work no matter what. Let's go and take ourselves back down into warrior one. So foot is all the way on the floor, lifting up through this. And then let's go ahead and fold ourselves down and over. You can lift that back heel now. Let's take our right foot back to meet our left foot to top of plank. Shift our weight forward, drop to front of the knees, uncurl our toes. Heart goes down, lift that heart up. Curl our toes under, and press. Down dog, ready. Walk our feet to meet our hands, standing forward fold. Front edge of our mat. Good, once you get there, let's inhale into monkey, hands go right to shins. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, back into that monkey. And then release that. Left foot's going to stay forward, right foot's going to go back. Drop our right heel. So now our left heel is lined up with that right arch of the foot. And bring ourselves up strongly. Warrior one. And open, proud warrior. Warrior two. Drop that back arm, take our palm up, and peaceful warrior. Back down, warrior two. Proud warrior. And let's turn this to warrior one. So turning those hips, squaring them forward, reaching our arms up. And then moving into our warrior three. So shifting our weight forward, you can be up on the toe, or you can take it to that balance, or you can be toe and balance, alternating. So listening to your body. Good, and let's bring ourselves back down into warrior one. So dropping that foot, dropping that heel, arms back up, reach up through this. Good, and then let's go ahead and fold forward, take ourselves back into that lunge, that back heel lifts now. Let's take our foot back to meet the other foot, top of the plank. Good, shift our weight forward, drop to front of the knees, uncurl toes. Heart goes down, heart lifts up. Curl our toes under, lift and press. Downward facing dog, breathe it here. Maybe nod the head yes, or shake the head no. Good, walk our feet to meet our hands. Standing forward fold, front edge of our mat. Good, inhale into monkey, flatten that back, look forward. Release that, inhale, sweep our arms up. Take it around to chair. Good, holding here in chair. Bring our hands to heart. Take our right foot back, lift our heel, crescent. So we're lifting this up right here. Good. So we're going to do warrior three once again, but this time from a different pose. So we're going to go from crescent. So taking ourselves, shifting our weight, bring this forward and lift this up. So you can take those arms forward, out or down. I know, 2 warrior threes today. Release this down into crescent. Bring our arms up. From this crescent, open to proud warrior, but release that leg now, and let's take the triangle. So it was just a quick proud warrior, quick warrior two, into that nice triangle. And breathe. And bring ourselves back up. Bend that front knee. Let's windmill our arms down. Take our left foot back to meet our right foot to the top of the plank. Shift our weight forward, drop to front of the knees, uncurl toes. Heart goes down, heart lifts up. Curl our toes under, lift and press. Downward facing dog and breathe. So we have one more sun salutation, doing the other side of what we just did. Let's walk our feet to meet our hands, standing forward fold, front edge of our mat. Let's inhale, sweep our arms up, take it around to chair. Hold here in chair. Bring hands to heart. Let's take our left foot back, keep our heel lifted, crescent, reach that. And begin to prepare yourself for warrior three one more time. So let's shift that weight forward and take ourselves forward to that warrior three. And then let's go ahead and release this back down. Heel stays lifted into crescent. Open to proud warrior, just quickly for a little quick proud warrior. And then release our front leg and hinge this down, triangle. Bring ourselves up, warrior two, and windmill our arms down to the floor. Take our right foot back to meet our left foot to top of plank. Shift that weight forward, drop to front of the knees, uncurl toes. Heart goes down, heart lifts up. Good, curl our toes under, lift and press. Downward facing dog, breathe this here. Drop to our knees. Let's take ourselves back into child's pose. So taking this back and breathe.
In this child's pose, you can take your arms by your sides, palms facing up, elbows falling open off to your side. So now you look like a little turtle. Take our hands by our knees, press ourselves up, and let's take ourselves onto our backs. Grab your strap and then whatever you need for final relaxation. So if you have your eye pillow, whatever you need for that. Let's take ourselves down onto our backs. Actually, we won't need our strap, so you can just scoot that over. Let's go ahead and bring our knees together and then bring our legs up. Drop both of our knees over to the right side. Take our arms into a T and let's look to the left. Bring those knees back to center and drop that over to the other side, looking to the right. And then go ahead and bring that back to center. And let's go ahead and lengthen through our legs, reach through our arms, grab that eye pillow, or regular pillow or blanket, whatever you use for your relaxation. And let's lengthen with our arms, look over our heads, really reach for one end of the room, and then reach those heels or those toes for the other end of the room. Trying to get that low back lifted up off the floor, rib cage lifted. As that rib cage is lifted, those lungs are light and floating. Big deep breathing. And then with a deep inhale, add that exhale and sink down, deflate, relax the arms, relax the legs. Arms can be up to the side. Feet can be just naturally falling open. Put the eye pillow over your eyes if you haven't already, and relax that face. Relax your jaw. Relax the chest, the belly, the pelvis, the legs, the ankles, the feet, the arms. Relax the eyes, forehead, scalp. Breathe. Still relaxing. Begin to bend your knees and letting the feet press into the floor. As you do that, maybe tucking that tailbone under so that the back can flatten to the floor. And slowly drop both knees over to your most comfortable side. And take yourself onto your side into the fetal position. And very slowly, let's begin to bring ourselves up. Bring ourselves back to the present, back to Thursday, and sitting in a comfortable position. And lengthening up through that torso, through that spine, front of the head lifted nice and tall. Let's inhale, sweep our arms up big, bring our palms together, and then hands go down, eyes follow our fingers, chin to chest. Let's lift that head center, take fingers to forehead. As we leave and face our day, let us think thoughts of truth. Take our fingers to our lips. As we leave and face our day, let us speak words of love. Take our hands to heart. As we leave and face this day, let our lives be a light of truth and a light of love, having hearts of compassion and mercy, knowing that we have not been given a spirit of fear, but the spirit of love and a sound and peaceful mind. Deep inhale, cleansing exhale. One more time, deep inhale, and cleansing exhale. And have a blessed day, and we'll see you guys next week. Oh, and